Okay, you can see here I have version 133 and 129 on two R7s, my two personal R7s that I do a lot of testing against them, so I know that they're pretty darn equal. Anyways, the one in orange on the left has the new firmware 133. We're going to check reactivity against the Falcon HR. If you look, I just did this on Canadian Thanksgiving last weekend. Whole bunch of tests, so you see lots of head-to-head, and man, them and the R3 are all very equal. Let's see if the one over here on the left is any slower, and we'll do 10 shots with Falcon HR. I shoot it out the basement window here, so I'm not shooting right at him. All settings are the same. I'm on K narrow. I have TSF off. 1, 2, 3, go. One, two, three, go. Let's say two in a row. 129 on the right has a like 1/10 of a second or less advantage so far. 1, 2, 3, go. Pretty equal that time. If you can notice in the video, maybe not, but the one on the left has a little blinking heartbeat going. 3, 2, 1, go. Say 3 out of 4, the one on the right, just a fraction of a second ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, go. Seems every time it's just a visual and sound. It's the one on the right is first, and the one on the left is just a hair behind it. 3, 2, 1, go. You notice I have quiet right on here. I'm just trying to keep it quiet so the wife doesn't come running down and wonder why I have two R7s here being bench tested. She only knows about the one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to pause this and make some setting changes. I say a fraction quicker on the old 129. Okay, the only change I've made here is TSF is now set to on both detectors. So I drove home today with the Bushnell, and I noticed there's a little more lag sometimes on the new firmware with TSF on, and I noticed this on 132 firmware that it was huge, but it's not a problem right now. It was still pretty fast, other than maybe one pull in 10. It sort of delayed for a second and a half before it alerted. So it's probably the extra filtering kicking in with TSF on. So here we go. TSF on, 133 versus 129. 3, 2, 1, go. Much the same results as the previous test. 3, 2, 1, go. You can see it's just like a beep, half a beep quicker on the right every time. 3, 2, 1, go. I would say it's only taken a quarter second or so to light up, less than half a second from when I squeeze the trigger. It's pretty good. 3, 2, 1, go. Everything's been consistent so far. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, every time it's similar, so let's try another setting. Okay, K wide. Change them both to K wide.
Exit.
Okay, we'll give 5 quick pulls. I know the more band you scan, the little bit slower it gets. So 3, 2, 1, go. Pretty good. Not much different than K narrow. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Man, very consistent. Maybe fractionally slower than when it was on narrow, but the one just alerts half a beat before the other one every time. Okay, so K filter on, TSF on, city mode, K wide. This should really start slowing it down. I see it's 6 p.m. Eastern time. I noticed previously in all firmwares, as you reduce sensitivity, it takes a little bit longer for it to alert sometimes. So let's see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that's really exciting. Not much delay, and the same one on the right is just like half a beat faster than the one on the left. 3, 2, 1, go. I would say that this stuff is much more consistent with the Falcon HR than it was with the Bushnell. The Bushnell I seem to get some long pauses, and I haven't had a pause yet with this gun on any setting. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, go. All right, here, last one. 3, 2, 1, go. Just identical results every time. So, what? Oh, wait a minute here. There we go. So, what happens to this if we're on city mode, K wide, K filter on, TSF on, and now MRCD is on? Well, we have bigger delays. I did in previous tests, but I haven't ever used it against the Falcon HR. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe a little more hesitation, but they still come on pretty good, you know, like half a second or less. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, like 4/10 of a second, half a second at most. And it's always the one on the right. On 129 is always like one little beep ahead of it, and the display lights up just fractionally quicker. 3, 2, 1. I got one more test to do after this. 3, 2, 1, go. So far, I'm pretty happy with 133. Fraction of a second slower on everything, but hey, if it gives way better BSM, maybe worth it. Okay, so I am going to do a different test. All I've done now is I have the one on the left with new firmware on extended K, so an even wider K. It's on city, MRCD is on, TSF and K filter on. Everything to possibly slow down K-band reaction is on. On the right, I've got it on highway note mode, K narrow, K filter on, TSF off, MRCD off. So everything to make it react as fast as possible. So really on the right, you should be to see the fastest possible on 129. On the left, you should see the slowest possible on 133. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, that's not bad at all. What, 2/10 slower on the one I'm trying to make go slow? 3, 2, 1, go. Not even that, another 1/10 of a second this time. I'm going to wait a little bit. I notice sometimes driving around, it seems like it's hard to wake it up sometimes. You know, you go 20 minutes without a K beep. It seems like it goes to sleep a little bit, and it takes a 1-second pull to wake it up. But 3, 2, 1, go. Jeepers, 133 is not much worse. Maybe a tenth or two more than when it's on its very fastest settings. When I had 129 set like this, I had some issues, but all my testing was also with the Bushnell. This is a proper police Falcon HR low-powered K-band, quite a sniper gun if I do say so myself, and the detectors seem to react better to it. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, go. I am not going to complain. Anyways, to finish this off, let's go through the menu and set this back the way I like it. Okay, in city mode now, but I like...
Advanced highway.
I'll go to highway here, how the other one's set. So menu. We've got the expert menu now and basic menu.
Expert menu.
Expert gives way more settings. Rear balance, 80. So there's a few features on here that I didn't notice in the 132 that the 133 firmware has. And I'm quite excited about them actually. And I'll show you why. Okay, I can turn MRCD off here. I can turn TSF off for now. K block on. K extended, I can go narrow. I got it segmented. 2, 4, 5, 6. So KA priority. When you have MRCD on, you can pick MRCD.
Signal KA priority.
You can pick KA or MRCD to be first, right? So if you come on an MRCD camera, the alert will go before KA, or you could have KA go before MRCD. No changes here. Scanning icon. That's the little heartbeat on front. Set this back to my settings. So rear K mute, if you don't want those false alarms when somebody with BSM, you know, or adaptive cruise control with radars right on your ass, or you go by them and it alerts up the rear, you can turn it. So you can reduce the amount of K falses and just stick to what's coming at you on the front. I don't have too much trouble with rear ones, but I'll keep an eye on it more and know I'll have that feature. So quiet ride, everyone knows about that, but wait till you see what's coming up. Quiet ride beep. You've got, just like your main volume, 8 volume settings plus 0. Whether when you get into a quiet ride zone below 50 Ks and K comes on, you can have a quiet beep or all the way up into a loud beep. So those who like to set a high quiet ride in K junk areas, but you still want to get your attention when you pick a signal up, you've got a volume adjustment to whatever you want. I don't really need it or use it. I like the quiet detector, but I'll put it at 1 and I'm gonna play around with the feature and see how I like it for a while. So that was a bit of a find that I like, that I didn't see in the previous firmware. 131, 141, 113. So 134 is going to be the one that has auto lockouts, and hopefully even they work on more BSM improvements, though I have no idea how well this one actually works yet. maybe it's great. I heard something about an advanced K filter mode coming in 134, and I do not know if there's other K filter settings, you know, like a very high level, medium level, low level sort of thing. But it's possible, but trying to get that information out of a beta tester is pretty tough. Okay, that's all I got there. Let's do one more quick test because they're both back to the same setting. We can see that everything's going back, so it's all back the way it was. So 3, 2, 1, go. Huh. Same thing. Three, two, one, go. So the one on the right just always lights up just a fraction before the other one. I didn't notice, but my quiet ride does have a quiet beep beep, and now this one's, I got it set even quieter, or you can turn that right off. So hey, happy. Bye.